Hi and welcome to my channel, The Stitchy Wife. I'm Elisabeth and today it is time for Friday Sew's Midsummer edition. Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before, and thank you so much for your continued support and encouragement and comments and likes and subscriptions and all that. It means the world to me, as I've said so many times before. And if you're new here, you have not come to a crazy channel. I promise this is the once only, and it is actually Midsummer Day today here in Sweden, and I think it is a Nordic tradition, and I thought, why not go a little bit with the flow at least and celebrate some with you, because me and Peter is not going to celebrate it at all. He is working on the shed and I am sewing along, and we are having a wonderful day at home together. And what's normally meant by celebrating Midsummer here in Sweden nowadays is that most people get a wreath of flowers in their hair. Well, this, I don't know how you did it, Mum, because yeah, it was a mess, this. Peter helped me figure this out, and despite a lot of YouTubing, a lot of practice, and yeah, he still thinks I'm looking like a moose coming out of the woods getting caught in a bush. So you can see how his imagination is working. We had a lot of laughs, and I thought I had to share it with you. I had to give you that at least. And if nothing else, you have something to laugh about. What else is happening here in Sweden today is that you rise a midsummer pole with a lot of flowers, and you dance around it, and it's a lot for families and kids mostly. And at night you collect 7 different flowers and put under your pillow, and the person you dream of is the one you're going to marry. I've done it quite a few times, and I don't think I dreamt about Peter, but I honestly don't remember. Most of the time you end up with a lot of spiders and creepy things crawling around in your bed about midnight time, so you get out of bed crying and throw all your sheets away. So that is mostly how my midsummer nights has ended when I used the flower method of finding out who I was going to marry. You do that most of the time in your, well, around 10 years and up a bit, maybe 8 years. I think I started at 8. My dad always had so much fun when we did that, because he knew how the insects would react to the warmth under our pillows, and he never said anything. The last couple of years I think I laid them in a bag, a plastic bag, but then Dad always said that doesn't count, so you're not going to dream anything. And I know I didn't dream anything, so I guess that is because he said so, not that he was right, but you know how it is. I will try and insert some stock photos of midsummer celebrations, since I think it is a wonderful tradition, and it is what I know, a Nordic tradition. So I think that Norway, Denmark, Finland, maybe Iceland, I think the rest of the Nordic countries are celebrating it. But yeah, I will try and insert some pictures and some music of what is happening in Sweden today, and to share a bit of that. And I actually think I'm gonna take off my wreath now, because it's starting to itch in my head, and I'm afraid that there are some insects already crawling. But we gave it a try, and I thought I would share it with you. So if you laughed a bit, that is worth it. Look, it isn't even round. I had to show you. It's a terrible version of a midsummer wreath. Yep, there were a couple of spiders already. What is different this year is that we have a heat wave, and what most of the time happens in Sweden on midsummer is that we try to sit outside to eat, and we have to run inside because it's starting to rain. It is a joke in Sweden, and it's a true joke, because it is always happening. But today it is warm. It's very, very warm, and it's almost like the you know, the heat is just shivering, so to speak, and it is hot and moist, very moist, so it isn't that nice. It is wonderful, the warmth is wonderful, but you know, you're never satisfied, are you? All of a sudden it goes from, I think 2 days ago we had 10 degrees and I was curled up in my fleece socks and fleece jumper and was laying in bed and just cozying up, and today it's almost 30 degrees and extremely wet outside, so to speak. So, but on the other hand, I can film this outside, I can enjoy the sun, and yeah, we can start enjoying our summer wardrobe, and that is the first, not many times we get this warmth this early in Sweden. So yeah, this spring has been different. Since you know, I've been filming some outside, so it's because we have had a warmer weather, even if it's been very different. Now enough said about the weather. What have I been up to? Today it's time for a Friday sews, and thank you, Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, for coming up with the idea and sharing it with us and making it happen. It is a wonderful idea of sharing a little bit of sewing and a little bit of life every Friday. So you can search the hashtag Friday Sews and you will see a lot of YouTubers, us sewing YouTubers, sharing what we've been up to the last week, and I love doing that and have that as company in my sewing room. So what have I been up to? On the personal front, it has been unfortunately a lot of hospital, a lot of medicine, a lot of doctors and all that sad things, and I was with my mother-in-law in hospital, and they are talking about how to start and treat her cancer with chemo and so on, and that was a lot of emotions and a lot, yeah, it was tough. So I needed a good sew when I came home, because first of all I just wanted to crawl into bed and just forget everything, you know how you feel. But I decided to get up and try and sew some, and it helps so much better. So that is a tip if you don't use it already, which you probably already do. So, because it is the most amazing distraction, it is the most amazing, yeah, you feel like you're doing something and you have to be in the moment with what you're doing, and that is the amazing thing. So what I've actually managed to do this week, and it is from last weekend, is I did this top. It's the Phoenix top. I will insert close-ups and I will insert pictures of me, because it's hard out here to get good pictures right where I'm sitting. So I will insert pictures over my head. I think that's how you said it right now. This is the one that I was supposed to refashion from my mom's old tablecloth, and I love the outcome of it. The only thing I'm almost sad about is that I didn't make it a dress. But believe me, it's coming. I promise you. A dress is coming in this pattern, because I love the Phoenix blouse. And I love how the tablecloth turned out, because you can see it. You can just see it. It's not overly much, but it is there. And you see the embroidery, and you get curious on what it is. And I love these ties. Yeah, I just love the whole pattern. As always, Adrian done it again. I actually haven't done a complete sew along with this. I started to do it, but white on white with no difference in right or wrong side of fabric. You can imagine how that turned out. So that is not going to happen. I have a small portion of it where I sew this yoke piece that I could insert. I don't know if I could insert it here. I think I will have to do a separate video for it, because I filmed it on 2 different cameras. So I have an old digital camera that I use for those times, and I think I will try and do that and make that happen sometime next week. That's just a short video. And then I will do a sew along on this, because I hope that more people will discover this pattern. And I will do it as a dress, even though that is not an option in the pattern section. Sorry if you hear Peter sewing in the background. He is working on the shed at the moment, and it is hard to get filming in between, so to speak. what was I saying? Yeah, I want more people to discover this pattern, because this is the first for me. I had never done it before, and I can't wait to make more with sleeves, and as a long version, as a dress, as I said, and as a tunic version, and as just this top, because it is a great summer top with. I can't wait to get my my denim skirt made up, because that I haven't started yet. That is definitely going to be so long. So Sandbridge skirt, and I'm hoping to get started on that this weekend or maybe Monday, so it will be finished before June is ending. But yeah, I'm in love with this dress, and I made my linen pants, the Seaforth pants, and once again I'm in love. I can't seem to fail with her patterns, and I'm guessing that that block is suiting my body type exactly. And I hope everyone gets to get that feeling around a different pattern maker, and don't give up, because you will find it. And if you get to what adjustment you usually need to make, then you do them, and it most often suits the block. And that is the case with Hadrian patterns for me. So Hadrian handmade, I mean. And yeah, so the Seaforth pants, it was a great thing to make in linen, and even though the linen is a bit heavy to be a summer pant, actually I think it's going to be a great spring and autumn transition piece. I think it might be a bit too hot in the middle of summer, because it is quite thick linen, and I don't know what the whole substance is of that fabric. I'm guessing that it is something else than just linen. But I'm loving the look of them, and I will insert pictures here with this Phoenix top, because I really like that look. And it is going to be a great piece in my module, because I've actually already cut out one more pair in white linen, cotton linen, because I want to make a suit, kind of a suit, out of the blazer, Mariana blazer I did for So Frugal 22. Try and insert a tag here for that video, where you can see my white blazer. And I think that for summer now it's going to be great to have as a complete set. I love the look of that, and also with this it could almost be a full jumpsuit if you wear a white linen and a white top and a white pair of trousers. So yeah, watch out for that, because that is coming. It won't be finished this month, but it will be coming very soon, I promise, because the Seaforth pants is really quick make, and that is a sew along that is coming. What I have had is a lot of trouble with the internet this week again, and with the computers, and I'm having big troubles to editing my videos. So I have a sew along ready for editing, that is the Seaforth pants and the pieces that I've sewn on this Phoenix blouse, and what else? Now the Greer is already up, but I've done something else, I think. Yeah, the refashion of this, I will insert it here, the raglan that I did. It turned out great, and I am so grateful for all the tips and all the help I've got. And yeah, it was so easy and such an easy make, so there will be a lot more of this raglan pattern in my future, believe me, and I really like the look of how I got it to work with the existent t-shirt I had. So that is definitely an entry for t-shirt for summer that So Joey is holding on, is running on Instagram this month. So I managed to make that, and what I'm just about to start this weekend is to sew for Peter, and I'm actually challenging myself and hoping to get made a complete module for him in 2 days. What do you think about that? Is that to overdo it? Maybe it could be, but I'm so desperately want to take part in He Made June, and I also want to make things for him. And I thought that now that I have him home for 3 days, it's today, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday, I will be able to measure him, and I will use I think mostly I will use apostrophe patterns that I talked about before, and my fit patterns, that you enter the actual measurements and you get a pattern made just for you. And I bought these patterns for him, so I'm so excited to see how it turns out. And I will definitely share it with you, and I will try and make a video if I have enough space on my memory card and so, since I can't edit the ones I already filled up. I'm hoping that will sort itself out this weekend, but you never know when it comes to internet and computers and so on, what's happening and what's wrong. So we'll see. But yeah, that is a definite something that I will concentrate on doing this weekend. And what I have left in my module then is the sandbridge skirt and my key largo top. That is the only two things I have left. So hopefully I will get that done this month. So I will have a completed module using Heijun handmade patterns. So that is so exciting. I'm sorry if you see that I'm itching over a little bit everywhere. I think I got some ants on me after the wreath, and I also think that I'm in the middle of the lawn, and Peter just cut the grass and mowed the lawn, and I think it's a lot of insects coming up at the moment. So that is why I'm a bit itchy, and all of that, and you start to feel it. You definitely feel it. Well, what else have I been doing, and what am I planning to do? Well, thanks to one of you, Janine that is, I hope you're watching this. This is all because of you. I discovered the Atelier Skammet and the Astri dress that I actually own. Can you believe it? I had no idea. Sorry, the wind is taking everything at the moment. I showed you last time that I wanted to take part in So Fruity 22, and I did not know what to do or make of this fabric. I will insert it here. And yeah, Janine actually wrote in the comments of that video that she was also having a fabric, a fruity fabric, and was thinking about doing either the Homer and Howell's Ingrid dress, I think I got that right, or the Atelier Skammet Astrid dress, topple dress. And I looked at them both, and I love both versions because the Ingrid dress is such a fun and whimsical dress. But since I already own the Atelier Skammet one, I thought, why not try it now? Because I have so many patterns that I never use. I'm a really collector on patterns, PDF patterns, because you don't see them, you don't know how many you have. Are you anything like that? I'm trying this year to use up the ones I'm having, because I have most of the different version of everything, I feel like, and you just have to dig some, and you have to have some imagination, and I want to start to think about that. And when Janine talked about that, and we talked about it, I decided to, why not, let's do it. And so that was a complete spur of the moment, and thanks to you, Janine, I have a wonderful dress, and I'm in love with it too, as I seem to be with every of my makes at the moment. And I don't know about that either, but do you have that period of times where it seems like it's working out things you sew, and then you get in a rut and you stumble upon something that doesn't fit you at all, and all of a sudden it's much more difficult to get the right fit and all of that. But at the moment I'm really in a good flow, so to speak, and I'm so grateful for that, and I'm so inspired to sew, and it's too little time for me, and I don't have anything else to do other than sew and being in bed. So I don't understand how you other do it, because I so feel for you that you can't do it more than you have families, you have all the wonderful things around you, and I completely understand that it must be so overwhelming sometimes. Now I digress again, sorry. It's been a while since I talked to you, that is why, or at least since I've edited and put anything out. I have two quite talkative one sew along and one sew with me, so wait for it. I promise you, you will get tired of me after this. Well, where was I? Back to So Fruity. So this is how it turned out, and I would love to see how your turns out, Janine, because what I was having trouble with was you're supposed to use binding for the front, what do you call it? This for the front neck, for the front neckline maybe, and the back. And it has a really cute back side because it is a V and you have a string up at the top so the shoulders don't fall off. And I think that is such a cute solution. And words are hard today. And this squared front I love. And I think I once again might have sewn one size too big, but that seems to be the trouble for me, and I'm trying to just think it's okay. What I discovered is that I don't think that it is the right colors for me, but if I'm getting a bit more tanned, I think it will work out. But you will see I look quite pale in it. I don't know if you agree or disagree, but please let me know, because you can see with different eyes. But I love the look of the fabric, and I never owned anything fruity before, so that might be an intro for me and a start for me, because I love the viscose that it is, and it is so soft to the body, and I love the drapiness of the dress and the way the dress lays on your body. Yeah, it's great. There will definitely be more. I may not, since it is so significant with the square neck and the V in the back, you know that you're using the same pattern, and that makes me sometimes not want to make too many of the same. But I don't know about you, but I'm like that. But this is definitely going to be an entry for the So Fruity 22, so I'm so glad I have finished that, so that will be on Instagram too. And thank you Janine, for inspiration and for giving me the inspiration to do it. What I turn out to make instead of binding is a facing, because I don't know how to fix the straight corners of binding. And do you know, I can't figure out how to make it look nice inside. So please, any ideas? I made it very late last night, so I couldn't reach out to anyone because I wanted to email Janine, but I'm pretty sure she was in bed, even the time difference when I'm counted on it. So yeah, I don't know about. That is my only question about that pattern, because it is a French pattern company and she has translated everything to English. It isn't the most instructive patterns I've read, but it worked out fine, and you figure it out. You just have to take it slow, because it is a quite easy one, but the only thing tricky is the neckline, both the back and the front, and using binding is tricky there. So yeah, I really like that dress. So I have a fruity dress. What's coming up this next week is hopefully a makes video. I don't know if I'm gonna have time or possibilities to film that, but I'm gonna try, and because I don't want to film that before I'm finished with all the sew-alongs and have put them out there, so you can follow along and sew the items that I promised to share with you. But we'll see. Otherwise I will do a makes video, and they will have to the sew-alongs will have to come along as I can edit them. And what else? My plans video for July. I can't believe it's July already, but there will definitely be more modules. And then I will try and do a complete video of its own of Peter and how I make the apostrophe patterns and what I think about them and the fit of them. And if I can talk him into it, I will try and show you how I measure him and what measurements you need and how it turns out afterwards. But as I said, that will be a video of its own, and that will probably not be next week because I won't be able to edit all this. That I know for sure. But it will come if I can talk him into it. Otherwise, it will just be a review of the apostrophe patterns and its my fit patterns, how they suit him, and I will try and make a couple for me too to compare with my measurements and see how that works out. But that is also a later in July plans. So that is coming in my plans video. That was a little bit of midsummer celebration here in Sweden and a little bit of celebrating midsummer with me, which includes sewing, being at home and just enjoying life and being thankful for every day we get. There are so many terrible things happening in the world at the moment, and that makes me even more aware of the fact that life is so short. It is so much hardship and so much difficult times. So every time we wake up and we have a good day, embrace it, enjoy it, and be thankful for every small piece of normality we get, or every small piece of every day we get. Because, well, I think about it a lot, as you all know by now, but waking up and knowing that you have a new day, that you still have the one you love with you. If it's your spouse, if it is your kids, if it is your family, if it is friends, whoever it is, embrace it and tell them you love them, and love yourself and be kind to yourself, because we are very hard at ourselves, a lot harder than we are at others, and we don't have to be that. So please be kind to yourself and love yourself and each other. That is the only thing. And I hope you get some sewing done, or some sewing plans done, or some fabric stroking maybe, or just thinking about sewing and fabrics and patterns, because it is an amazing hobby we have and share. And thank you for this wonderful community, and thank you to all of you. You make my day, as I say. I don't know, at the moment I don't know what I would have done without you. Have a wonderful midsommarkväll and take care. Bye for now. Hej då!